Coming to you live and uncensored. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm oh so fresh with my co-host, yet to be named.
That's me. We talk about everything from new gadgets, gizmos, politics, movies, and music.
And our very own personal stories, because you know a motherfucker has to keep it real.
I've never been to Poland, so I don't know if that shit would suck or whatever. I have to inform the people in the room that I am recording because there's all sorts of bottle caps and shit popping off and shit like that.
He's popping bottles, dude. He's a fucking rapper. What do you want?
He's a fucking rapper.
What do you want?
He's a fucking rapper.
He lives his life at night. He's in traffic, fucking hustling, getting that Best Buy swag going on, drinking some OJ.
I haven't heard a song yet.
Nobody's heard a song.
Nobody's heard a song. I'm a rapper too.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
I know where you guys got your skills.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for me.
Yeah, I'm a rapper too. Yeah.
Really? Bust something. Go ahead.
No, I can just say it. I don't have to do the song. I do shit. I just say I'm a rapper. I own several microphones. You
ever seen that movie Snipes?
Was Wesley Snipes in it?
No, it was like this B-rated fucking hip-hop movie that Nelly put out like years and years ago when he was like first coming out.
Like when people like Nelly?
Yeah, like so he hit it big and he comes out with this movie called Snipes, and what Snipes are is the dudes, the little crews that used to run around and put up posters for rap artists.
Oh, okay.
So like, like the little homies, if you will.
Yeah, I had a buddy who used to do that stuff.
Yeah, and so this movie was about basically two rival rappers. Like, kind of, just to give you...
One of them was Nelly.
No, just to give you a frame of reference.
Oh, but Nelly was in the movie?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Just
okay.
let this play out here.
Okay, I'm just trying to frame the movie.
Yeah, you have two rappers, much like the Tupac and Biggie situation. They're just like excellent rappers, feuding, kind of wanting the same turf, wanting the same town, as it were. And it's
yeah, Tupac and Biggie were fighting over like a town in Omaha.
Right.
That's what the East Coast West Coast thing was about. There was a town in Omaha that they both wanted to reign supreme.
Tupac was like, Nebraska's mine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's like, Pikachu, I choose you. No, but so, two local rappers, they're rivaling for territory and things like that. And so like these little snipes, they call them. They were running around putting up posters, and so it's like a little gang war. Like these little homies are getting in fights with each other, tearing down each other's posters and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so it turns out, spoiler alert, Nelly plays the brother of like the actual rapper, and throughout the whole movie, you think Nelly's the rapper because it gives you a little Tarantino wraparound at the end where.
Well, Nelly is a rapper.
Right. But in the movie, his brother's like the talented one, and he's kind of just like along for the ride. Well, his brother got shot by one of like the rival rappers' crew.
That'd be like having Michael Jordan play fan number 15 in Space Jam.
Right. Yeah. And so Nelly's pretending to be this fucking rapper the whole time.
Spud Webb. Spud Webb is the star of Space Jam, and Michael Jordan is fan 15.
And so this whole movie, like Nelly doesn't get an album done. He doesn't nobody ever hears him record a song, and everyone's like, oh, bust something, man, come on, spit something. And he's like, nah, you can't fucking handle this. Like, I got that fire for you, boy. You fucking wait for my album, blah blah blah. Like the whole movie, nothing ever fucking happens. Did he find out why?
Hold on, I gotta find out. Did he have his Band-Aid on?
I don't remember, but I think he might have.
I hope whatever that was, it cleared up.
Yeah. That was there for years. I don't and I don't know, was that an accident? Like at first, like he was like, shit, I got to do a music video and I got this pimple.
It was just
I got to just bam.
Maybe.
And then it was like a thing.
I don't know. I mean,
or did he really just want to be a football player? You know how they like.
He did do a football movie.
He did.
I digress.
Why? No, we're talking about Nelly. It's fine.
Okay, I'm just. And he did the whole 9 yards.
The whole 9.
Pause. That's important, isn't it? My bad.
The whole 9 yards is a Bruce Willis movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh no, that's the one with the Green Mile dude.
Yeah.
And Matthew Perry, right?
Yeah, dude. I actually watched that the other day. That's why it was fresh in my mind. It's fucking awesome.
And that was Matthew Perry.
Dude, Matthew Perry, it's like
he's the greatest. He's the greatest actor of my generation.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm gonna go with Tom Cruise. That guy's terrible at everything.
I don't watch Tom Cruise movies
because he's terrible at everything.
Movie stars are like rappers. Like you can give me like 3 albums, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm just moving on. Really, it sucks to be that way. I'm an asshole for doing it, but yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not going 10, 12 albums with you. I'm not going 10, 12 movies. Jennifer Lawrence, I love her, but I'm not jumping on everything she does. Now, if she does those things in front of me, then I might jump on everything. Hold on. Don't want no trouble. Don't want no accusations.
Let's go ahead and just tap the brakes on that one just a skosh. We don't want Jennifer. Well, actually, we do want Jennifer Lawrence calling up. So, hey, Jennifer Lawrence, if you want to hit us up, 442-999-HYPE. That's Diesel Fresh.
That's Diesel Fresh, and this is the Hype Podcast.
I am the host with no name, and we are kicking it with you every single Sunday right here on the Hype Podcast. We got a great show for you today because we're just going to talk about what the fuck we want. We're tired of the news. We're tired of no
big
booze,
show,
and we're tired of really big shoes. I guess I don't know what that
the really
is.
Big show or whatever it's on the show. Big show.
Yeah. No, so we're going to give you a break from all this news and bullshit, and we're going to talk about cars and basketball and man shit.
Man shit. It'd be awesome. Yeah. So the news break for me has begun because I'm just not feeling it. I mean, I'm a news junkie. I love watching the news. I think it's great to know what's going on in the world.
Now, give me an explanation of what your take of actual news is, because I have a different opinion than you on what news actually is.
Never been asked to define what I think is news. News can vary, but mostly it's reporting on things that affect my life or that are going on in the world around me, things that are relevant, and things that are things that actually fucking matter. I mean, yes, there's been some shit that mattered, but goddamn, I just want to hear some new shit. I'm watching the local news. I mean, because you really have to break down what the state of the world right now.
Yeah,
we live in a great fucking time. It is really difficult to find some fucking news.
I'll bet you people have said that throughout the generations. Like they've been in this exact moment. I mean, maybe not with a microphone, maybe like a rock, pretending it's a microphone.
Yeah.
I'll bet you they've been like, man, everybody used to own horses and only rich people owned cars. Now everybody owns a car and only rich people have horses. What a fucking time, right?
Well, you just think of technology, you think of lifespans.
Yeah.
I mean, motherfuckers are living longer.
Dude,
we got
when the
cooler
first
shit.
motherfucker lived to 40, you know how many, when people witnessed that, they were like, no fucking way. What a time.
Fucker for real.
What a time we live in. The first person made it to 40 years old.
Dude, they had never seen gray hair.
Yeah. Dude, that's a great question. I wonder if somebody can answer that. Like when did we know about gray hair?
When somebody made it to fucking 40. I mean, I mean, because everybody usually probably made it to their 20th high school reunion and died. So they were like,
well, yeah. If their 20th high school reunion was when they were 20 years old, yes, then yeah.
No, I'm saying no. Like everybody died right after, and he made it to 40.
Yeah,
like everybody made it like 37 and was like, yeah.
See, I wonder if people actually had like reunions back then. Because, if you recall, way back when...
Have you ever watched the goddamn Flintstones they had high school?
No, but way back when, you had the tiny towns where there was one schoolhouse, right?
Yeah.
Now there's 14 schools within, 20 miles of us.
No, you probably didn't move that far away, and it probably wasn't a thing. I think probably the high school reunion thing probably didn't come on until the 1900s, somewhere around there. I mean, that's a lot of the shit we do that we think, oh, they've been doing that forever. No.
Middle school reunions, like grade school and shit.
Halloween wasn't big until the 70s.
That's true. Well,
I mean, it was around. I mean, it came in the 50s, but
actually,
the whole
I disagree.
The whole superhero aspect of it didn't come in until the 70s.
Well, okay, that I can see, but actually, Halloween has been a huge thing since the mid to late 1800s. Like,
but I'm saying the way that we celebrate it.
Oh, totally.
I'm saying it's always been around, but the way that we celebrate it,
right?
Because we don't celebrate. We're not doing that old school shit they were doing over there.
No, the reason I bring that up is because have you seen some of those photos from the 1900s? That shit is creepy as fuck. Like, it's not like nowadays light and fluffy and like...
No, people used to have scary as fuck costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at some shit from the 40s and 50s, yeah, their costumes are scary as fuck. Like I said, the all the happy shit didn't come in until like the 70s.
Well, dude, and so I see it floating around the internet from time to time, and I can probably Google it real quick, but the only actual, allegedly, the only actual photo of the dude called Leatherface Like, he was an actual guy. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a thing. Like, you know, obviously not verbatim or, you know, case by case, but there was a dude out there chopping people up and fucking wearing their fucking skin on his face. There's like one photo of that dude, and it's all fucking blurry and crazy, and it's floating around the internet. But if you look at that photo, that will haunt you. Like, it is the weirdest fucking photo.
You know, it's kind of crazy now. For there to be one photo of a person would be the weirdest thing.
No shit, right? Like, no digital footprint whatsoever.
You'd have to try really hard.
But, you know, you get some of these,
especially
like little podunk towns, no internet, you know, North Korea.
Well, let's say you were born in like 2000.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's just no way. I mean, like, yeah, you during your life there is going to be a digital. There's going to be plenty of photos of you.
Well, dude,
even the ones that your mom took on her Motorola Razr.
Well, you know that they like immediately snap a photo of you when you're born nowadays.
Yeah.
Do you know that? Like, they tag you, they put the bracelet on you. You know,
little. I mean, people were stealing babies.
Oh no, most definitely.
Let me tell you something about babies really quickly, because I found myself in a Winco yesterday. And why were these bad motherfucking kids in front of me and in back of me? And whoever the fuck was working the register act like she had never seen produce before in her fucking life. So every time a piece of produce came through, she had to go find the code.
She's just walking around the store trying to find shit.
No, she did. She left the register twice.
Shut the fuck. Oh, dude. See, I have no patience for that whatsoever.
And these people just happen in you know. Fuck you, Winco, because you'll never be a sponsor of this goddamn show. But fuck you, because if you go the wrong time at Winco, it is the slowest shit.
Dude.
It took me longer to get out. I picked up 3 items.
Yeah.
It took me longer to get out of Winco than it did to find the 3 items I needed. And I even wandered around. They even cut the meat for me right there. Dude. Still took me longer to get out. And
it's the worst.
And then the chick in front of me, her daughter is opening up the little cooler, just doing whatever the fuck. And then the motherfucker in back of me, her little daughter, keeps bumping into me.
I have no patience for any of that, dude. I will push a little kid to the ground.
I'm going to tell you some of the nastiest shit I will ever see on this fucking podcast. I really had to fucking fart, and she was right in my fucking face. I just really was like, I'm really holding it in, my friend.
Why? Why? You just need to let it be free, okay? If she's going to let her kids be free range, you just need to fucking let that gas loose.
Yeah, I was ready to let it go. And then, you know, then the little motherfucker was rushing me. You know when you're at the register, don't you hate it when a motherfucker rushes you?
Yeah.
Like, hey, personal space. I am a firm fucking believer.
They're just right up on your shoulder.
Right up on my shoulder. Like, you know, like the quicker I can move, the quicker they can get to what they're doing. Hey, I'm just paying for my shit. I step back. I'm giving myself some space. I'm figuring out my situation. I don't need you guys to move in.
No, I actually had this lady. I was at Safeway just the other day, and this fucking lady, she's sitting there, and a cashier has one primary function, and that function is to get you checked out as quickly and as efficiently as possible. In most cases, their job is to get you checked out. If you have coupons, they fucking take care of the coupons. You know, they make mistakes from time to time, but this lady literally is fucking holding this cashier's hand like, oh, well, did you get this item? And he's like, yeah, it's in the fucking bag. And she's like, oh, did you get this coupon? He's like, yeah, that's why it's not where you put it on the counter. It's down here on the scanner. And then she's like, oh, well, did I get the discount for blah, blah, blah? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, Jesus, I'm on my lunch, lady. Like, you could move it along. And the dude's trying to be nice. And so he's like, yeah, no problem. And he goes through and she's like, wait. And he's like, yes. Like, what the fuck can I help you with now?
Like, what, bitch?
Yeah. And so she goes to swipe her debit card because you have to do it by yourself nowadays. Remember when they used to take it from you and swipe it for you at the register? No, you put your PIN in or whatever. And so she goes to like swipe her card and she's like, that's not working. And he's like, okay, so
that's the worst.
Yeah, and so he spins it towards him a little bit, and it looks like immediately, you know how when you see something from afar and you're just, you know what's wrong immediately. So he spins it towards him a little bit, takes her card, flips the card over so the strip actually goes through the fucking machine, and he goes, okay, go ahead and try it now. swipes it really slow, like it's gonna make a fucking difference, and I'm just like watching my life waste away in this fucking line, and I'm like, God,
that's the fucking worst, because like when you go to like it was probably what 10 items or less,
dude. Oh my God.
Because I definitely, I do not want to discriminate against old people, but there are some old motherfuckers that maybe they should just put a barcode on your hand.
They think the rules don't apply to them. They'll roll in there with like 12 or 13 items and a 10 items or less.
I could give 2 fucks. I mean, because they're going to get through pretty quick. It's when you don't know how to use the fucking machinery. Like really, I wouldn't be too mad if there was a cash only line.
Dude, no shit.
And then, you know what? And then some old motherfucker would show up and start counting down pennies.
Dude, I saw a guy do that the other day. Not in my line, thank God. Because, made that executive decision. It was like, there's like 2 less people in this line, but he's got like 3 times as much stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I step over to the other one where there's 2 extra people, but they got, what they can fit in their hands. So I'm like, yeah, all right, we're going to cruise through this. Sure enough, these 2 people roll on through. I get up to the register. Dude's over there fucking counting change. Like, and the people behind him were like, you can just see some guy like mentally losing his shit. He's like, no, why?
If you're counting out change, you know what? I'll just tell you this. You see me in the store, you're counting out change. I'll pay for whatever you got. I'll just fucking pay for it.
Hey, you heard it here first, folks. If you see Oh So Fresh in the store, whip out some of that change. You might get some free shit.
So have you been a cashier before?
Yeah, I was once way back when.
I mean, the rules. Like, you gotta accept up to the point where it's rolled.
Yeah.
So what? $1.90 and fucking $1.95 and fucking nickels. I mean, you can take up to $9.75 in fucking quarters.
Yeah.
49 fucking pennies. 49 pennies is a problem.
Yeah. If you're rolling around with 49 pennies these days,
that's a real fucking problem. What are the dimes coming, like 5s?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 50 dimes. Yeah. So you can take 49 fucking dimes.
Yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous, dude. No, and it's interesting because I'm as guilty of this as anybody else. When you pull out the change and you try and sift through it instead of putting it on the fucking counter and just letting it be there and letting the cashier do his job, because he counts all day. So he can just be like, bam, 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 bam. Gotcha.
See, now I think you're giving cashiers too much credit. No disrespect to anybody know the cashiers, but cashiers don't count.
Hey,
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, cashier lives matter.
Cashier. When's the last time you seen a cashier count back change? It's rare.
No, because we don't do it here.
I know
we don't do it because we have more paper money than probably anywhere in the world. Like Japan, they have their lower currency is all coins, much like Canada. Canada's that same way. They have dollar coins and like $2 coins.
Well, I mean, for what a dollar's worth, I mean, the penny's not worth a shit.
Right, exactly. Like, no, imagine if you.
I got a bunch of them, but they're going to charge me if I want to turn them in.
Yeah. And here's the thing: they don't give out pennies, nickels, and dimes willy nilly like we do, right? So if there is any instance of where like there's like $1.20, right? They will literally give you the dollar coin and like a 20-cent piece if they have it. Most people are just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, they'll fucking round up. Oh, here's an extra penny. Like, fuck you. We don't want to give you like 19 coins.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to work. Well, like if we got rid of the penny,
yeah,
we just round up. It's just not there anymore.
And I don't understand the big deal of that. Like, what is this, Office Space? Like, we're not gonna fucking get rich off that half a cent that we incurred in the fucking checkout line.
Yeah,
not gonna happen.
Yeah, because I mean, people are throwing away pennies all the time.
Dude, there was a house one time that my buddy renovated, right?
Yeah.
Ripped out the carpet, all this shit. And these guys were from like Bolivia. You know, like Eastern European. I'm not even sure if Bolivia's in Eastern European.
Maybe Poland.
Yeah, maybe Poland, because nobody's allowed to go in and out of there now. But so he rips up the carpet and all this shit, and like there was so much fucking change, like it had gotten underneath the carpet. These people didn't believe in change, so they'd get home and they just fucking throw it on the ground, like fuck it, we don't want it, or they'd like throw it in the corner or whatever. And so he literally got like $150 in change just because these people just tossed it away. They were like, we don't fucking deal with change, fuck this.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was like, hey, nice little tip. And it was enough to where like he imagined there was probably $1,000 in change in that house, because these people had moved out, so he's renovating, getting it ready for the next occupant, but he imagined if tearing up the carpet there was $150. Imagine what was there before they cleaned it up.
Wow.
Yeah. Imagine what was there before other folks had gotten to it.
Oh, he was just the last guy to get there.
Right, yeah. So, like, fucking hell, man, there's probably like $1,000 and change.
I know for myself, and please don't come rob my house, but I know there's at least $100 of fucking change just in cups. I always just take my change.
Multiple cups of trust throughout
multiple cups
the Diesel
of trust,
Fresh residence.
But it's just like I come home and I put my change. I throw it on the ground, and then when I go back and clean up, I put it in a cup. I don't want to lie, act like I'm that responsible guy that takes off his watch before he goes to bed and puts his change in his cup. And
okay, so since we're talking about shit being on the ground and on the floor, I gotta ask, because you're another person that I ran into that has a fucking Roomba. Why? Why do people buy those? Tell me why. It's a nostalgia thing? Like, they don't actually do anything.
I don't know. Really, it just keeps my it gives my roommate something to do.
What does that mean?
It's like giving a cat yarn. It just gives my roommate something to do.
Hey, go turn on the Roomba.
I mean, I've seen it clean up shit, but I'm just like the capacity of shit that it could fucking hold.
What have you seen it clean up? I've
seen it clean up like a minor mess once. It cleaned it up. It's hung around, went back and forth, boom, 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 boom. And
what? No. Define a minor mess. Are we talking like dirt, like dust granules?
Like dust granules.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. It was not separating whites and color clothes. And
no.
Like
if it
all clothes matter.
No, if it was like some ground pepper that hit the ground, I didn't know if it like had the capacity to suck that up.
Yeah.
Some popcorn kernels. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know it has capacity to do. Like I said, it entertains my roommate.
You should put like a little laser pointer on it and let the Roomba fucking run around.
No, he's. I mean, he enjoys using the fucker. I'm like,
have you seen the cat that rides the Roomba? There's a little YouTube video out there right now where this cat, and he's just like, every time the Roomba comes on, the cat has to fucking ride it. So he'll just hop on it, ride it around the house. And it makes it kind of a vacuum noise, right? It's like,
yeah. I mean, you know the little fucker's going.
Yeah. And so just imagine if you saw a little like Midget.
Yeah.
What if Midget was just sitting there chilling on top of the Roomba as it was like moseying around the house?
That'd be kind of disturbing because I have to say animals are goddamn expensive and I don't need any extra fucking around. Yeah. Like if there was like an athletic league for animals, I wouldn't put my dog in because it's fucking around.
He said, "I don't need no fucking around.
I don't need no fucking around." You know what's fucking with me right now is the NBA season has kicked in.
Yeah,
and I'm almost moving. I'm starting to figure out, this is the most engaged I've ever been in the NBA season because the off season was crazy. There was a lot of shit going on. A lot of guys moved around. So now I'm like invested in the story. This shit is like WWE. That's why they don't show WWE on ESPN.
Yeah.
Because LeBron James can tweet out an Arthur meme and the whole world goes fucking crazy.
What was that about? What was that about, first of all?
Because they had lost that night or something. And, and the fact that they have long shows dedicated to this little specific thing.
Yeah.
Cavs on the losing streak. Why are they losing? Hey, we're going to talk about why they're losing every day until they win.
Right.
Why are they winning? Oh, they're not winning good enough. Let's talk about the Cavs every single fucking day. I mean, it's one of those things where, yeah, he's the best player in the world, but they're like a little bit over 500 team right now. So I don't really give a fuck. I mean,
first of all, he's not the best player in the world.
Who's the best player in the world?
Me. So.
Besides you and him.
Oh, okay. Then you, of course.
Yeah. I can't.
Because you're a player.
Yeah, I'm a player, and I'm playing just to play.
No, and you and I disagree on this fact, much like me and a lot of other people. I don't believe he's the best player in the world because of his ego and his attitude. Like his competitive level is not up to par. Like if his competitive level matched his ego, he'd be a fucking stud to me. But he didn't. Like, for example, he had a mismatch. I watched a game the other night. He had a mismatch against a guy like half his size. Like, we're talking Muggsy Bogues versus fucking LeBron James, right?
So, I mean, was he playing defense that night? Because that comes and goes.
Right, yeah.
I mean, there's certain days.
Yeah, and so that's another thing. I'll get to that point in a minute. But so LeBron's got the ball, and he goes to drive on this guy, and little guy gets in front of him, and LeBron clearly just like, meh, fucking shoves him out of the way. Arm extended, clearly a foul. You know, the ref blows the whistle. Yeah, ref blows the whistle. What does LeBron James do? His fucking jaw hits the floor. He grabs the ball like a running back and sprints to the other end of the court and sits down on the bench.
That really happened.
Yes, really happened. Like, dude, what are you, a fucking 5-year-old? Like, running to your room and slamming the door? Come on. And he took the ball with him down to the other end of the court, like, just to be a schmuck. And I'm like, really? Like, you're a fucking, dude, millions of dollars to be a fucking toddler.
He might be pissed off because he heard Diesel Fresh like Steph Curry better.
That deserved a bomb drop, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
You feel that, LeBron?
No, but and to tie into that, so one of his comments was, "Oh, well, the only thing left to do with my career is to get my free throw percentage above 80%. I've done everything else." Well, no, you haven't.
What could he do? I don't understand.
Well, Kobe Bryant's got 81 points in one game. You have?
Are you talking about his last game?
No. In his career, he holds the record. He scored 81 points in a game.
He doesn't hold the record.
Yeah, he holds the record for
He does not hold the record. Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in a game.
Yes, Kobe Bryant holds the record for the Los Angeles Lakers. Right?
We get more specific.
No, that's where I was going.
You know, I hold the record for guys in my zip code.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah, you do. I am the Diesel Fresh of this zip code.
Yeah, I'm good again.
But right, like there's a lot of things that he has not done. What he has done is all the things that he cares about. That's what it is. That to me is what it is.
I mean, he has multiple scoring titles. He's been MVP 3-4 times?
I believe 3 times.
Yeah.
Here's my thing.
But titles.
Here's my thing. The thing that, and I've talked about this before, the thing that separates him from a Kobe Bryant, from a Michael Jordan, from at this point, like even Shaq, even Shaquille O'Neal, there was that killer instinct to where they didn't give a shit what it was. They were just going hard the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Like, Kobe Bryant didn't go out and say, "Oh, I'm scoring 80 tonight." He went out and said, "I'm scoring all the fucking points I can score. All of them."
He's like, "We're going to win."
Yeah. And I'll bet you Wilt Chamberlain, same fucking thing. Like, he wasn't like, "I'm scoring every goddamn bucket." He was like, "No, if I get the ball, I'm going to the fucking rack."
Yeah. Well, originally he was like, "I'm scoring every goddamn bucket" because he was hella tall. Right. And they didn't have the 3 in the key roll back then. So they would just throw the motherfucker a ball and be like, boom.
Yeah. He was like,
that's why he'd have 1,000 rebounds and 1,000 points.
literally 1,000 rebounds.
People were missing from the parking lot.
Yeah. No, but that's what really separates it, is that, like, that killer instinct and that kind of sense of entitlement. Like, dude, you're the fucking big. If you haven't seen that guy, in person, he is a fucking Mack truck, dude. However fucking tall he is, 250 pounds, he's wider than me. I'm 230 pounds, 6 foot dude. He's wider than me at 6'8", 6'9", however fucking tall he is. What are most guys that big? No. They're like tall, lanky, you know. Look at Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak.
Yeah.
Very tall, slender, super athletic, but he's not a fucking bus.
LeBron James is a fucking truck.
Yeah.
I mean, just total Mack truck. I mean, really, he's just solid. I mean, like, how do you stop the fucker?
Yeah, that's it.
Like, dude, if he's coming in dunking, fuck that.
Yeah, and why doesn't he have the fucking showmanship, dunking over people, dunking on people like Jordan? Because it's that killer instinct. A little bit passive to me.
Well, like I was watching the evolution of Jordan through the years on video games, and they were showing these shots where, like, you don't remember that Jordan used to, like, turn around and just throw it up backwards, and
right? Yeah,
just like Jordan would just do some weird fucking shit. LeBron doesn't do. That's the one thing I've always said that I really just didn't care for on LeBron was, like, it's just not as entertaining.
Right.
You know, because yes, he dunks, and yes, he has some great dunks, but, like, Magic had a behind the back pass. I mean, you know,
well, and there was that signature thing that you went to see. Like that, the leg lift behind the back, high step pass that Magic Johnson used to do. Like that, you were like, dude, he's gonna do it this game.
He did it.
He gonna do it.
I
this
was
game.
there when he did that.
I was
shit.
there. That's a fact. You know?
I was there and LeBron dunked. Yeah. I mean, if Jordan would have only dunked, I don't think he'd have been as great.
Well, dude, and here's the thing when it comes to that is playing till the end of the fucking play. Right nowadays, not singling out LeBron on this one, but nowadays it's you get the foul. You kind of throw yourself, you flop around a little bit.
Flopping is the NBA way.
Yeah. Back in the day, you got fucking clocked. You just threw the ball at the basket from wherever you were at. That's where those creative plays come in.
But then you got guys getting 4-point plays all the time, which is...
Yeah. Well, no, and if
fans are getting stupid.
Yeah, I think it's true. I mean,
a guy totally flop on you. You're by the 3-point line. Hey, I'm about to use you. Right. The same way your daddy used your mommy. I'm about to use you and get 4 points right here at the line.
Yeah, and so I think they definitely should tighten up on those rules, like the initiating contact. Like if you have the ball, you should not be able to fucking get a foul if you initiate contact. Like if you jump into somebody, fuck you. That's a play on.
I see it all the time. For me, my prediction for the NBA season, I probably think this far in it's going to be Boston and Golden State.
Yeah?
Boston looks good.
Yeah.
Boston looks really good. The addition of Kyrie Irving, they beat Golden State. I think they're on a 13-game winning streak. Unless something goes crazy, and I don't even know how Hayward's going to factor into what they got going on there, but they got a fucking squad.
They came back from 17 down on the Warriors.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you do that?
They got a fucking squad over there.
Yeah.
Well, the Warriors tried to complain about fouls. I was like, nah, they got beat. Because you guys, the Warriors are a little bit stuck up. They act like it's just going to happen for them every night.
No, and see, that's why I don't put Durant or Curry in any of those conversations like the greatest ever.
Oh, no, not greatest ever.
Because of that, like they have that little, stuck upness, like, oh, everything's a foul, and a lot of dudes have that. The reason I like Klay Thompson is because he just gets pissed. Like he's a little too somber and quiet to be that, flash in the pan, fucking dunk on you type of dude. But he's got the fucking game and the strength, dude. He's got every jump shot you can imagine. He'll dunk on you.
Klay Thompson's a killer. He plays defense. Yeah. He plays good defense.
All around
he's a fucking killer.
Dope-ass player.
I don't know why, I don't know why they broke up Team Light Skin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But the reason Klay Thompson's going to just be who he is and play his position.
What do we call him now? Team Black and Mild?
Yeah.
Curry's the 10th.
Yeah. Team Spliff.
Yeah.
No, but the reason Klay Thompson I don't think will ever be that huge super mega star is because he is just too quiet. Like he's not loud enough.
I mean, I think for Klay Thompson to be that super mega star, I think his contract's up this year.
He's got to go. Yeah, he's got to go.
But Klay doesn't run the point. If Klay could go to a San Antonio.
What if Klay went to Boston? That would be an interesting.
Wow.
That would be look.
Then somebody would actually watch an East Coast NBA game.
Yeah.
For that. Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving matched up. But then, how does it all supposed to work? Because because in Oklahoma, they brought over Paul George.
Right.
And they brought over, what's his name?
Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony. And, these are people I give two fucks about because I don't think that either of them is the greatest thing ever. I don't think Carmelo Anthony's really shown me anything that make me go, yeah.
I don't even know why people think he's good. That's a serious statement.
I don't know why either. But he cut the cornrows and now he's serious about his life. So, but they're not that good. And they got like a big three. I thought that was going to be the shit to watch.
Dude, we talked about this beginning of the season. And I know we're 10% into the season, but still. Dude, all this is fucking pickup basketball around the country. Hey, come here. Come be on my team. Oh, I want this guy. Come on. There was actually an interview the other day, and not to harp on him again, but LeBron James called somebody from the Orlando Magic, one of their stars, and was like, hey, man, we need you in Cleveland. And the dude was like, nah, I want to play against the elite athletes of the league. He's like,
he actually want to play.
Yeah. He's like, that's literally what he said. He's like, nah, I want to play basketball. And if I completely get it, like if you have all the fucking superstars on one team, what fun is that? Like you don't ever get to test your skills if you're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking jump on the bandwagon. Like older guys, like you get like a David West, you know, or a Maurice Spates. The older dudes that are like, yeah, I'll sign on a championship team for 1.2 million just to get a ring. I get that. That's fine.
Yeah, because I've seen Gary Payton do it.
Right.
Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Well, they needed Ray Allen. But.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But once you get up there in age, there's just a goal at that point. Like I just want a ring. Like I'm never gonna be that guy. I get it. Let me just hop on one of these teams where I can make an impact, and we're gonna fucking go the distance.
Yeah, I'm playing 8 minutes off the bench.
Yeah.
Every night. You know,
still getting paid to play a game.
Yeah,
still getting paid.
I'm still contributing.
Yeah,
even though a lot of those motherfuckers don't contribute, but still contributing.
Well, dude, I imagine the dudes that just sit on the bench, like you and I sit here and do a podcast for free. They sit there, watch their teammates fucking shoot up threes and dunk, and they're like cashing checks. Yeah. Fuck it, good job, fellas. Let's cash them checks, baby.
Yeah, because when you're on the road, the per diem's the same.
Yeah. Hey, can we stop by the bank afterwards? I mean, we could all go together.
Yeah, because we all getting that same $200 a day.
Yeah.
To eat off of. I mean, probably maybe more.
Oh, dude, yeah, guaranteed.
$500 a day just to eat off of and buy toilet tissue with.
What's really cool about like a lot of the players that I like is their candor is like, you don't ever count another man's money. And they're some of the highest paid dudes. Damian Lillard says it. Steph Curry says it. Don't worry about not being the highest paid player. I'm getting paid to play a fucking game. Yeah. Like, I like those type of folks because they do the crazy shit. Like, of course, Steph Curry's got his wild shots and things like that. Damian Lillard's doing a lot better with his wild creative shots. But you don't have that fucking just powerhouse shit of dudes that like Shaquille O'Neal. I love using him as an example. That guy was just like, you know what? I got no fucking skills besides this massive fucking body of mine and my bald ass shiny head.
Yeah.
Guess what? Guess what? I'm gonna break some backboards.
I don't think that fucker. I don't think I've seen Shaquille O'Neal make a 10-footer.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But that's one thing I do have to say about the league in Shaquille's day. I mean, he was an entertaining fucking force.
Dude, because he had the mentality. He had the personality.
He has the presence of an entertainer.
Yeah,
he's there.
No, exactly. Yeah,
he's there.
He had the entertainment personality.
I mean, Jordan was just so good. It was just like, fuck. I mean, Jordan was the type of guy, and this doesn't happen with LeBron, where you want Jordan to come to town, score 50, but then have your team win by 2.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
You wanted Jordan to have a good fucking game because you came to see fucking Jordan.
Yeah. No, and that's another thing that kind of gets me is nowadays, like I watch the little throwbacks and you hear these commentators and coaches and everything like that, like, oh, well, the night before when, Jordan and Ewing were out at the bar, blah, 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 Ewing said, I'm coming to get you. And it was on from there. Like nowadays, it's like they don't hang out. They're like, I'm not even going to fucking, I'm not even going to fake a little rivalry. I'm not going to do shit. I'm so much better than you.
No, dude, they hang out too much.
No, that's what I mean. Like they don't hang out in the sense of like trash talk.
No.
And when they do trash talk, it's like, the fuck, bro? Like I thought we were cool, man. Like that type of shit.
It's some real huggy ass shit. At the end of the game,
that's the best description.
It is some
best
real
description ever.
It's some real huggy lovey ass shit.
Yeah, because and you see it on their faces.
That's
too,
why I said it's just like wrestling.
Yeah,
it really is like wrestling.
The most electrifying dunk in sports entertainment.
The thing is, they just have a better hype system.
That's true,
and a more legitimate looking hype system.
Now you know what it is everyone knows wrestling's bullshit. Everyone takes like basketball serious. They're like, no, they're fucking going hard. No, they're not. Suck a dick.
It's like when you're watching the Globetrotters and you think, oh, they're gonna lose. No, they're not.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Or like in street ball, we're like, oh yeah, the points fucking matter. No. If in a street ball, if a team gets blown out, nobody gives a fuck. Why? Because you want to see the 720 dunk that some fucking dude's gonna pull up. You want to see the fucking handstand pass behind the back over the head. Yeah, you want to see the crazy shit.
I'm there for the fucking show.
There for the goddamn show.
I'm there for the show.
And speaking of it being there for the show, we've been here for the show, and we about to go. Oh, so you already know so. This is the Hype Podcast. I am the host with no name.
I'm DJ Oh So Fresh. And are you a rapper?
Sometimes I rhyme. I rhyme sometimes.
I think I ran my roommate off because I told him I was a rapper too.
Dude, this house ain't big enough.
It's time to go.
Both of y'all. Dude, when are we need to fucking complete the song before that guy does.
We can make a dope song.
We're gonna. That's it. We're making a dope song.
I'm a fucking engineer.
Hey, if any of you out there want to help us make a song, you got a beat that you like, you want us to rap over something, hit us up, 442-999-HYPE, or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Hype Podcast.
Or you catch us on Twitter or Instagram. It's at The Hype Podcast. I think I'm going to make a move.
Let's do it.
I got a computer to fix.
Motherfucker, you always got some goddamn reason why you can't make moves.
It's time to go.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Fucking ran. I think I ran my roommate off because I said I'm a rapper.